Hello Voyeurs, and welcome to my look at the E3 gameplay footage for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. I'm just going to be sharing my thoughts on anything I happen to see here. Well, let's get started. It's not really going to be a reaction video. I'm not known for being overly effusive or expressive at all, so it's going to be pretty deadpan. So if you're looking for that kind of video, I guess look elsewhere. Let's get started here, and I will share my thoughts.
Covered a shocking 15 women housed in an apartment.
Okay, I'm just going to pause here for a second. And sorry, I was just trying to remember if I actually started the recording. I did, don't worry. All right. I am noticing a familiar voice in the background. It sounds like the news broadcaster from the first game. Maybe they're going to have that wonderful female voice actor that was on the radio in the first game as well. We can only hope. Just cross your fingers for that, I guess. Moving on.
Above an Aurora massage parlor, women who police say were being used as sex slaves for wealthy clients.
Another thing I noticed about the apartment is all of the trash. You know, all the detail, I guess, all the different items laying around. It seems like there's good attention to detail in that regard, so it looks very lived in. Looks natural, you know. A little bit of awkwardness there, but I'm not too concerned about it. I am and I'm not. That little trouble, that little difficulty he had controlling the character there is probably because he's using a controller and not the keyboard and mouse. I'm already noticing the X button prompts. So yeah, he's definitely using a controller. So I'm sure it's going to be better with mouse and keyboard, but you know, tailoring the game for a controller can introduce other issues for the keyboard and mouse, such as you know, binding several actions to one key and that sort of thing. Hopefully on the PC they're going to have, you know, the ability to bind keys to whatever buttons you want to, or bind actions to whatever keys you want to. I saw briefly there a little prompt pop up when they hovered over the person walking down the street. I think it said attract. That's a bonus, because in the first game you just had to kind of stalk people around and hope they wandered down an alley where you could feed on them. But it looks like you have other options instead of maybe like chasing somebody for 5 minutes, trying to get them to a secluded place so you can victimize them. I like the lamp posts there. Reminds me of Chinatown in the first game. I like the splashes of color too, and the city nightscape looks nice so far. Good sense of scale. I'm noticing the taller buildings in the background there. Oh, the nightclub. We gotta have the nightclub. Yeah. So they're already throwing homages to the first game in here. One of the first places you go to in the first game is the nightclub. And you can dance. Wonderful. And this guy's dance moves, I wouldn't say they're not as good as the moves in the first game. I'm just gonna say, I think you were a much slicker dancer in the first game. This is kind of like dorky white boy dance, but maybe once you become a full-blooded vampire, you won't be as lame on the dance floor. They switched it up from like the heavy metal goth rock in the first game to kind of pop music synthy club. Okay. Kind of unusual since Seattle's like the home of grunge rock, but okay. I guess they have all different types of clubs. That's fine. We don't have to fit the stereotypical goth club mold, do we? No, we don't.
Hello there. I'm happy to see you accepted my invitation.
Okay, we get to see exactly what we're going to say in this game. Good.
You know, you don't have to wait for business to come see me. I may be busy, but I can make exceptions for the right person. All I need you to do is to find a thin blood by the name of Slug. He's in hiding, but the Nosferatu most likely know where he is. Once you find Slug, all you have to do is purchase some
Once again, very reminiscent of the first game. One of the first quests you get is one to track down a Nosferatu who's in hiding as well. Intentional or not, yeah, I see it as a reference or an homage to the first one. That's cool.
information off of him. It sounds simple, I know. And while I would usually handle something like this myself, Slug has made it clear that he doesn't trust my people, for whatever reason. So, can I count on you to get this done for me?
One of the best features in the first game was the facial animations of the characters. I don't think it's quite on that level from what I'm seeing so far. It just tells you how good the Half-Life 2 facial animations are.
Good. Here's the money for the information. Make sure Slug delivers.
Yeah, very, not as stiffer and not as expressive and fluid and natural and lifelike with the facial animations I'm noticing. But once again, that Half-Life 2 engine, man.
If he attempts to back out of the deal, feel free to use whatever methods are needed to get him to comply. Until then, I'll be waiting here.
Whoa, $10,000? I saw $10,000 pop up on the right side of the screen. That's a lot of money for a quest.
I look forward to your results.
Oh, and something else I'm noticing. And this is true of a lot of modern games. The interface is very, well, it is just flat out minimalist. This seems to be the trend lately. I know it's kind of looked at as archaic or kind of stupid by modern gamers or the younger generation. The flashy, more artsy interfaces, you know, in the first game down the side There's kind of an artistic health bar and everything with decorations on it. It's just gaming in general that's moved completely in the opposite direction when it comes to the interface. But I'd like to see a little bit more artistic flair there, but that's just the trend these days. Another thing I'm noticing is the quest markers. I just now thought about that, but yeah, that's another feature of modern games. The days of figuring out yourself are long gone, I guess, or just following directions to a place are long gone. It's all about the quest markers these days. Yeah, I saw some kind of lock-picking mechanic there, maybe? Is that what that was? Oh my. It is. I think it is. Hold X, but all you're doing is holding. Okay, so there's not much to it. It's just that's what pops up while you're holding the button. I thought maybe there was a lock-picking minigame. And maybe there is, who knows.
I assume your handlers have sent you to find our smelly friend.
Okay, so this is a Nosferatu looking much different than the ones in the first game. Kind of just looks like Two-Face, like one side of his face was melted off by acid.
No, they weren't. I can help. You can find Slug under the freeway, a bit south of the square in a place the locals call the Jungle. He's smart enough to hide among the homeless down there, but not quite smart enough to do it well. You'll find the entrance near King Street Station, but you'll want to watch yourself. Slug is a coward, but he survived this long on his own, so he's bound to be a handful. He's also not the only one you'll need to look out for. Lots of unsavory animals in the jungle. How about you tone down the politeness, Teddy Bear? You're not fooling anyone. But since you seem eager to please, there is something else you can do. Slug is a scumbag, but he is, just barely, our scumbag. Talk to him about coming to see us. We're prepared to give him another look in exchange for a little info. We'll also make sure he's safe from anyone who's after him. And there's always someone after that guy. Do this for us and no one needs to know. We'll let you keep anything you've been promised from whoever sent you to me. If you need, we can even float a little tale upstairs verifying that Slug met the business end of a salt shaker, if you know what I mean. So, do we have a deal? Unfortunate, but that might be the only intelligent thing you've said all night. You wouldn't want to upset your masters, would you? Until we meet again.
I caught a few button prompts there. It looked like maybe options to platform or parkour and climb the environment. There's the attract prompt again. So to lure people to be eaten. Yes, this is it. Yeah, wow. That's nice. That's kind of cool. I like that kind of mobility. Yeah, that upward mobility adds a whole nother dimension to the game.
Sorry. Pardon.
This is a good-sized map, too, and, you know, not a loading screen so far. Whoops. Nebulation. Choke and disperse. Oh, fun! That was a fun animation there. There you jumped over him. Once again, I'm noticing a lot of awkwardness in the movement. Looks like it's not going to feel nearly as good on the consoles as it will on PC. Let's just hope the PC controls don't suffer because they tailor too much to console. Okay, there are some feed mechanics there going on I don't quite grasp, but I guess we'll figure it out when the game comes out. Okay, got a melee weapon now. Okay, load screen, alright, I'm gonna see how bad the load screens are. Not too bad. Should be even better on PC. Should be. Once again, I'm kind of loving the parkouring. I'm not loving the FOV here. I hope that's adjustable on the PC. It looks really tight, you know? Like it's yeah, FOV's low. +1 delirium. Yeah, some things are happening during the feedings, and yeah, let's not gloss over the fact that he just turned into mist and went through a vent as well. That's pretty awesome too. I'm guessing not every character can turn into mist. Or I'm hoping. I'm hoping, like, you know, if you got one character, you can go through the vent. If you got another character, you can bust down a wall, whatever. Just multiple routes is what I'm hoping for. It's another mist vent.
Hey, I told you shit stacks to stay out of this side. You get your fix when we say so. Now turn around or I'll stomp you into the goddamn mud. Oh? Okay.
Whoa, what was that?
Fuck this!
I almost want to say playing this with, or I am going to say it, playing this with the controller hurt the gameplay. It makes it look much slower and clunkier than it probably actually is. Oh, hang on, let me slowly turn the camera. Oh, let me miss because I don't have fine aimings with the controller. Whoa.
No fucking way!
Did that woman just have a guy's voice? Pre-alpha build, whatever. Once again, some people might think it's stupid, but I love these little flippity flips he's doing. I think they're hilarious. Hilariously awesome. Once again, this FOV, the gun, should not be taking up that much room on the screen. You know that, the low FOV thing, where it looks like you're holding the gun right here at your face. Okay, whoa. It looks like they took, the futility of guns to the next level in this game. I mean, you just witnessed it. They look, useless at first. Like 3 or 4 headshots there, and it didn't appear that any of them landed or did any damage.
What is happening?
And of course, melee and just punching somebody is much, much stronger. I'm gonna back it up a little bit here. I'm kind of curious about what that prompt said at the door. Oh, it's just something about using a key. Okay, never mind.
You. I don't know you. That's a good start. What do you want?
Yeah, they're veering way off from the traditional, what I think of as the traditional Nosferatu look. Yeah. This guy kind of looks like an alligator man, so they're just like, have a lot of diverse appearances, I guess. A lot of variety.
You're making the right move. This city, no loyalty at all. Doesn't matter what you do for them. Do they ever bring you up in the ranks? No. Just use you when it's convenient. We're all fighting over scraps here. Plenty of city.
This sounds like the graveyard keeper in the first game. Whatever his name was. Same voice actor, I think. But yeah, I hope that guy makes an appearance in this game too. That'd be nice.
These nights where, if you're ambitious, you can get ahead. Trust me, you're better off. Funny, I don't remember telling you my name. They sent you, that it. Get close before you make your move. We'll see about that. Okay, rats! Time to earn your cheese.
Nope.
Love it. What is that? What is that doing? Exactly.
Nope.
What is this doing? It's supposed to be an attack? It's supposed to be a dodge? Don't quite get it. Whoopsie. Whoops. Whoop. What? What happened there? I'm a little bit confused about that. Now is time slowing down because he's low on health? Or is that an ability? Or also, I'm noticing the combat seems at this stage in the game fairly easy, but I mean, if this many people in the first game were shooting at you, you'd be dead already, but maybe that's just toned down, difficulty is toned down for the sake of the gameplay trailer?
Wait! Don't kill me! I don't have the data on me. It's here. I can tell you where it is. I just wanted them to have to work for it. I didn't mean it personally, you understand? I just wanted to fuck with your bosses, that's all. No! Please! No!
Oh, kind of a bad load screen here. Once again, I think they're playing it on a console. I think. Very honest with that load time there. I guess I can't do anything about it. This is supposed to be live gameplay, not pre-recorded.
Have you met with Slug? Then you've done nothing. This will not sit well with the pyramid. Let's hope for your sake they don't send me to meet with you again after tonight.
Okay, that's it. You know, I'm not disappointed with that. I saw a lot of good things. I was really apprehensive about the sequel, but it looks okay. It looks pretty good so far, actually. You know, I really didn't see too many things to be negative about. Other than they could have made the game look much better if they used a keyboard and mouse, I think. But yeah, that's my look at the gameplay trailer for Bloodlines 2. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and later, Voyeurs.